are going to talk about a challenge that, let's be honest, probably keeps a lot of finance leaders up at night. A messy, tangled, fragmented data landscape. And we're going to explore the powerful solution that promises to bring some serious order to that chaos. SAP Central Finance. So, let me start with a question that I bet hits pretty close to home for a lot of you. As your company grows, maybe you acquire a new business or just evolve over time, does your financial data feel like it's living on a dozen different islands, different ERPs, different spreadsheets, different databases? If this looks even remotely familiar, trust me, you are not alone. You know, in the world of enterprise IT, there's a name for this situation. It's called a distributed landscape. And look, it often happens for good reasons. Growth is good. But it creates this maze of data that can be an absolute nightmare to navigate. And that maze leads to some pretty significant headaches for any organization trying to get a clear picture of what's going on. And here they are, the classic symptoms of being stuck in that data maze. You've got fragmented data, which means you can never really get one single clear view of your finances. You've got inconsistent records, where a customer in one system means something totally different in another. And reporting? Oh, it just grinds to a halt. It takes weeks to pull together what should take minutes. And those really critical tasks like reconciliation and audits, they become these huge time-sucking projects. But what if there was a way to bring order to all this chaos? A way to create a single, unified financial universe without having to completely rip and replace every single system you've built over the years? Well, this is the exact problem that Central Finance, or CFIN, was designed to solve. Okay, so let's break down what it actually is. The easiest way to think about Central Finance is as a kind of universal translator and a central hub for all your financial data. It's a really smart way to deploy the super powerful SAP S4HANA system that, and this is the key part, doesn't force you to get rid of your existing tools. Instead, it just connects to them, pulls in their information, and cleans it all up in one single, reliable place. So how does this all work without just creating more chaos? Well, the process is actually brilliantly designed to be non-disruptive. Your existing systems, whether they're SAP or something else entirely, they just keep on running like they do every day. A special tool, basically a data bridge, copies all the transactions in real time. That data then flows into the Central Finance Hub, where all the magic happens, it gets cleaned up, standardized, and harmonized. And the result? You finally get that single cohesive view you've been dreaming of for all your reporting and analytics. Now, to really appreciate the strategic genius behind Central Finance, it really helps to see how it stacks up against the other ways a company might decide to modernize and move to SAP S4HANA. Because generally speaking, you've got three main paths you can choose from. And this is where you can really see why Central Finance is such a game changer. It gives you this incredibly flexible middle ground. You could go greenfield, start completely from scratch. It's clean, but wow, is it expensive and time-consuming. Or you could go brownfield and just upgrade what you already have. That preserves your history, but you risk carrying over a lot of old baggage and complexity. Central Finance gives you a third, and I think smarter, option, a phased approach, where you start getting modern benefits without the massive disruption of shutting down your current operations. Okay, so we've covered the what and the how, but now for the most important part, right? The so what. What does this actually do for your business? Let's get past the architecture and talk about the real-world value this thing unlocks. First and foremost, the absolute number one benefit, it solves that core data fragmentation problem we started with. By pulling everything together, Central Finance creates a single, reliable source of truth for every piece of financial information across your entire company. No more arguing about which spreadsheet has the right numbers. This is it. And we're not talking about old, stale data that's only updated once a day. No way. Financial transactions are replicated in real time. This means the insights you're getting are based on what's happening in your business right now. That's what allows you to be faster, more agile, and make decisions with real confidence. Central Finance does more than just collect data. It actively harmonizes it. It makes sure that your master data, things like charts of accounts, cost centers, profit centers, are all consistent across the board. It's like making sure everyone is finally speaking the same financial language. And that's what eliminates those painful discrepancies and makes things like reconciliation so much easier. And the impact is this amazing chain reaction of good things. When you centralize and harmonize, your operational efficiency just goes way up because you're automating so much. Your data quality skyrockets because everything is finally consistent. And the bottom line for your team, the time it takes to generate critical reports just absolutely plummets. And the benefits just keep rolling in across the entire finance function. Intercompany reconciliation gets way simpler. Your reporting and analytics get a massive upgrade with all of S4HANA's modern tools. And of course, with a single, centralized, auditable platform, your compliance and audit readiness gets a huge boost. So how does all of this come together to build a smarter strategy for the future? Well, central finance isn't just a tool. It's a strategic pathway. It's a way to achieve digital transformation that directly tackles the biggest fear of any large IT project: disruption. And this right here is the solution to that classic adoption dilemma. Instead of a super high-risk, big bang switchover where everything changes at once, central finance lets you take a gradual, lower-risk path. And maybe the best part? You don't have to wait years to see a return on your investment. You start getting real value from centralized reporting almost immediately, and that helps build momentum and prove the case for the whole project. This quote really just nails it. The essence of its strategic value is right there. Central finance provides a controlled path. It helps you manage the massive challenge of migration while protecting the investments you've already made in your existing systems. It's all about modernizing smartly, not just forcefully. So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's that unifying your financial data isn't just some technical IT project. It's about fundamentally changing your ability to understand what's happening in your own business. It's about finally unlocking the story your numbers have been trying to tell you all along.
All right, let's talk about